we are Mapsi. Well, I am David, the CEO of Mapsi Photonics, and we were started in 2021 in Barcelona with the goal of manufacturing and changing the way how infrared detection is done, specifically regarding infrared filters. But we also want to move to other components. But step by step, we firstly started with infrared filters and windows. We have a B2B model, and we are not a fabless. We manufacture because I just no. We are not fabless. We have our own production plant, and this is why you can only see here the stairs in the picture, because we are the only ones who know how to do these the machines that we use to manufacture our filters, that are done with disruptive technology that I will explain a little bit later, that is called MAcroPorous silicon. So everything, all those filters are done here in nearby Barcelona, and the design and everything is done by Mapsi. And we are focusing in industrial partnership, more specifically in process monitoring, gas detection, and surveillance of industrial plants. As I said, we give around to the technology that it's used commonly, the multi-layers. I don't know if you're aware of how multi-layers are done, but basically they are deposited one layer over another and over a substrate that it's typically germanium or silicon or some chalcogenoid. And because of they want to target those filters, for example, for the gas detection in 4.2, like CO2, or in upper wavelengths, like in the HF6, which is SF6, which is in 10.6 microns. The thickness of those layers have to be thicker, much more than in the visible or in the near infrared. So they have some delamination problems that in turns means that they have the filters, they experience low optical quality, low robustness, and they have to put some other like DLC, diamond-like coatings, in order to be more robust, etc. So it makes more expensive. All of this is given because they use these thick layers. And our proposal is based on just the opposite. We avoid the use of layers, thick layers or thin layers. In any case, we don't use them. And what we do is we perform some holes in a substrate, in silicon. And by controlling the geometry of those holes, that means the length or the emitter of the holes and so on, we are much more robust because we are only using silicon, and also we can enhance the optical resolution and the optical response even more when we are in the long infrared region. Here we are very strong, and also since we are using we are not depositing, so we are using a different process of manufacturing. It's based on a chemical process, so we save a lot. That means that we are a little bit more greener than the competence, and also everything done here as I was saying, in Barcelona, and we can somehow support the European sovereignty. So here are the products that we produce. You can see the narrow bandpass filters, the windows, and also neutral density filters. We are developing them. We are trying to miniaturize them as well, so they can be integrated in miniaturized detectors or emitters, like in the previous presentation. And we have tested them, all the characteristics, but here in Mapsi's dependencies. We saw that they can be cleaned either with water, alcohol, or dry wipes, and you don't lose any optical feature. Also, we support really well corrosion, and also we don't have a shift in our optical response in the Windows part when you will have a change in temperature. And regarding the bandpass filters, we can see that we have less wavelength shift when depending on the angle of incidence, and also we experience a third part of the variation in the transmission because of this angular dependency than multi-layer filters. And everything, again, because we are not using those diffractive layers. So here are the questions that they told us to ask and to respond. So what can we do for you? We have a novel technology, so we can supply you with different filters that are very ad hoc, very customized to whatever you want to produce. We are really good in this ad hoc and customized design. For example, we have a new customer that they are doing a 3-band, so three different filters in the long infrared region, for example, and we are specialized and somehow in doing all these difficult things as well as the standardized one. And also we can do, if you need a double check, we can do for you some FTIR optical characterization. Another customer of us, they had they didn't realize that they had a problem in the filters until they double checked, for example, and they saw that the transmission that the supplier told them was 30% less than the one that they wanted. So maybe we can do this also for you if you have any problem with one of the filters. And what can you do for us? We have, as I told you, internally tested and characterized those filters, but we want to characterize them with a third parties. So if you have aging machines, or you can test the robustness, or even you want to test them for new applications, we are totally open, and here we are to hear your suggestions. And if you liked something or you want to ask something, here I am also. So thank you very much.